Alright guys, we are back with some more MX versus ATV Legends. Today we are going to be checking out the career. So, before you start the career, you have to do the tutorial. Now that would be the blinking yellow dots on the map. This is just one example. So you head over to this beam of light and start the first tutorial. Now, this particular tutorial we chose is about jumping and whipping and preloading and seat bouncing. It's really easy stuff. Most of you, if you've played MX versus ATV, probably know how to do all this stuff, but you have to do it. Some of the other tutorials were about clutch and camera, like the camera angles and just really basic stuff. But after you finish the tutorial, you can now start the career. So we hit the start button, go to career, you have MX, ATV, and UTV. We choose MX, and so basically the career is broken down into blocks. And the first block is 3 motocross races, then 3 invitational, 4 trails, 3 Triple Crown, and then you have to have 40,000 fans or more to progress, which is really easy to do. It isn't that difficult. But then you get to this spot, and you can actually swap it out, and that's kind of cool. It comes more into play during Supercross for the East and West, so kind of cool. Kind of cool you can do that, but now we jump into the career, do the first block. We have the CR125. You kind of caught a glimpse of it there in the background, but we're doing the first race. So this is the very first race you'll do if you choose the bike side of the career. And we just show you a little bit because I want to progress and show you what the career is and the reason you need to do the career. So after you finish the first race, you head back to the compound here. You talk to TJ. He's already on your team and he's your mechanic. And when you talk to him, usually he gives you a vehicle. We get a quad here, parts or gear, or, that's what he gives you. So it is pretty cool. They have NPCs in the game and a reason to do the career, but there is a bunch more to show you. So this would be the third round of the first block. So we're still in those 3 motocross races in the first block before we move to the invitational races, which is after this. So I didn't show the second race. The second race we got a UTV, but again, this is the third and final race in this block. Then we head back over to TJ here, and this time he gives us suspension. Like I said, it's different every time. He doesn't give you something every time, but most of the time, at least in the beginning. So it's a good way to get stuff for free without having to grind out normal play. Now this is the second block, the invitational 3 races. It was this straight rhythm, a motocross race, and I don't remember what the third race was. It might have been a trails race, but I'm not sure. So yeah, it's just kind of, you do this back and forth, but you meet new NPC characters, and it is important for the progression of certain stuff, and you'll see that. We do show you. But after you finish that, we go see Mr. Rawlings, and this is his farm. Basically, what he says is he's a farmer, he was a pro racer, farming isn't doing very good for him, the bank isn't happy, and he wants you to hire him to be on your team. Make the farm a hot spot for Moto to show the bank the farm's doing great. That's pretty much the main storyline we're following. He doesn't want to lose the farm. And he says we can stay here and train here and just help him save the farm. Now we go back and do another race and then come back, talk to Mr. Rawlings again, and he tells us to go meet up with what will be another future team member. Now, I don't know, I haven't finished the entire career. Maybe more people join your team, but for now, these are the main characters in the story of career mode. So this is Kat Cooley, and she wants to be your PR manager. You don't hire her right now because, I don't know, you just don't. You go do a few more races, she tells you to think about it, and then ultimately you end up hiring her and bringing her onto your team. She's responsible for, I don't know if she gets you more fans or not, but maybe more fans, and she gets you sponsors. And the sponsors are pretty basic, but you can do certain things that they want you to do during a race to earn more coin. So you can buy stuff. So it does help, especially at the beginning. And then you head back into the career and just keep working away at it. You do different blocks and different races. You have trails races, which is what you're seeing now. You have supercross, you have motocross, you have some of the tracks, like you have some shorter, easier motocross tracks, but I think they're UTV tracks, I think. And then there's even a versus mode where if you're on the bike, you have to race against quads and UTVs and all that good stuff. So the career is something you need to do right away. Most people probably do, but usually I don't care about the career very much. I just kind of want to grind out the game, you know? But what I was saying earlier, I kind of want to talk about it a bit. You do start out on the 125, and if you have the OEM bikes, you can use those bikes. You don't have to use the Rainbow or THQ bike. So we're using the CR125. But then you graduate to the 250 4-stroke after a while. After that, the 250 2-stroke. And then I'm assuming the 450. I haven't gotten that far yet, but the 450 would be the last bike, right? So the 250 bike, the 2-stroke, you get that right before Supercross, the main Supercross season, or the first main Supercross season. But now we head back. I was telling you, eventually you graduate to the 250 4-stroke. You talk to Mr. Rawlings again, and he gives you his bike. Now, if you have bought parts or bikes that the game tries to give you, instead of giving you that thing that you already have, they give you Moto Coin back. So it's perfectly fine if you played the game, bought some stuff, and then do the career, you will get Moto Coin back, which is pretty cool. It was a nice thought they put into the game. I mean, it could just be where you don't get anything. And then you grind out. We switched over to the KTM 250 4-stroke. Like I said, if you have the OEM bikes, you can use those. You don't have to use the base game bikes. And you do a bunch of trails races. A lot of trails here. There's so many tracks to do. I mean, I don't think I've done one race the same in the career. And I've played a decent amount of it. And so even if it's the same recipe, you know, you do a block, you go talk to someone at the compound, and then you go back to grinding the career, it doesn't really get repetitive. At least it hasn't for me yet. Maybe it will, but it hasn't yet. Also, you need to do the career because, at least in the game, the version I'm playing on, you have 2 supercross tracks, 2 motocross tracks, and the way you unlock the events is to do the career. When you race a specific event, after you finish it, that's how you have it in just quick play. So definitely need to do it. Now this is quite interesting. So we go, after you grind out the career for a while, you go find Mr. Rawlings at this spot. Now, you can already see some jumps over there. I show you a before and after. After you do the career for a while, you actually upgrade the compound. You get stuff in the compound that if you don't do the career, you won't get. So I show you a comparison. This is the spot, basically, where we were. It's just nothing. You can see a big wall of dirt, but now we got jumps. Some trees are gone, The area is different, some freestyle ramps, it's on both sides. There's actually some ramps around the compound other than that spot, but that just happened to be where I was showing you the best way to compare. We're not in a barn. We don't have dirt floors. We have cement floors. It's a steel building. It's pretty cool. I show you a comparison with this too. Again, basic, small with not much room, but then, whoa. A lot bigger, more room. He's got the tractor in there, the golf cart, a bike. It just looks better. So the career is pretty freaking awesome. You unlock the events that you can do in quick races and time attack. You unlock vehicles, parts, gear, get different variety with the trails, the motocross tracks, the supercross tracks, the UTV tracks. See the big, huge, massive open world environments that they have. Earn moto coins to buy more bikes and parts and gear that you are unlocking that maybe you haven't gotten yet, and making the compound different. Even if it just is for looks, you know, with the barn. It doesn't really do anything, but it's cool. And then the jumps and stuff around are cool. Practice your whipping, your scrubbing, your tricks. Definitely cool. The career is pretty freaking awesome. It's kind of what I wanted to see in a career. I feel like they have a really, really good start here, and with maybe some work or future games, they could elaborate on this and make it really, really cool. It feels like you're working towards something. Usually I don't care about the career, but this one's pretty sweet. So let me know in the comments what you guys think, what you think about the career. But you guys and girls are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for the support on the channel lately. It really does mean a lot. And until the next video, take it easy.